And the Hoosiers will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Quarterback may change this route. To the air. It's Allard. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Now, Drew Allard feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Allard still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Koltanecki, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Looking to throw again. Snagged in the middle. It's Hudson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Allard. Showing the arm strength to the left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb.
Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to throw on first down. Gonna let it fly. And complete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hemby.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
On the direct snap, it's Allen. Turning it on. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Mendoza. Got it in the middle, it's Cooper. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. The RPO, it's complete. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the foot.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk, but this has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over Washington State. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. To the air, it's Aller. Dumps it off in the flats. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Offense lining up quickly. Might be calling a hot route. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to keep it in the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to throw deep right side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle, no big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Got it in the middle, it's Cooper. At the 35, he's got room. Wide open spaces. The 20. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Saunders. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Dinkins. There he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's Aller. Outside the pocket, lets it go. The short hands, it's Hudson. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Indiana! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooping scored like what happened right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Saunders. He gets a block. Got him in the room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw, it's Mendoza. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that is was a great job by the defense containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go. He did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
To the air on second down. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's third and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Allard. Under fire. And here's the third interception of the night. Bringing it back. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's the pressure. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. One more snap coming before halftime. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance offense as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Rushes on him. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And he looks a little frazzled. And listen, I know he's been rushed and he's been hurried a little bit, but man, big mistakes. 3 interceptions today. It's hard to win football games with your quarterback making mistakes. And right there, just careless, floating off the back foot. He's got to tighten up those details.
Dropping back, it's Aller. Throws to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. He's got an open man. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line. Power football with the run. Touchdown, Indiana! And the punishment has been extended.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
See if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Try to barge their way in. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the two-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Saunders. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
It's first down from the 37-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Off to the races to the right. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Penn State! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brady. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Indiana.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking for space, it's Henby. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Oh, they're after him. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And the beatdown has ensued.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Saunders. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives them some breathing room. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Grab behind the line. It's Dinkins. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the toss. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Fires left. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Hudson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Wants to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. trying to take it back. Inside. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just
continues to fight for yards. Out across the 45, out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Aller. They'll run the screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Man, what a great job by the defense. Seeing the bubble, reacting to it right now. And what do you got to do? You got to make open field tackles when that bubble gets there. Nice job by the defense.
And the Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Pena. Turning it on! And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Aller. Here's a heat. Caught in the backfield, it's Allen. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Shoots it to the left. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football.
He's going to fire deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how about this offense. They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Looking to fire. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on third and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Allard. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Fires downfield. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. On target to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He lofts one down the sideline. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Back to pass, it's Allard. Unloads to the right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. After this, it'll be a wrap. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going for 6. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.